In today's news, government to meet with various sporting associations to assess what support is needed. And the BVI needs to negotiate a better relationship with the United Kingdom. And local legislators not at fault for delays with cannabis laws, says FRASER. And 2022 marks 69 years of Arbor Day celebrations in the Virgin Islands. Well, these and more stories when 284 News return.
Freeze. Choose your mix. Choose your flavor.
Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
Well, welcome viewers to the Monday, November 7th edition of 284 News. I am Kamal Haynes, bringing you the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're leading into today's newscast. The Minister for Sports, Honorable Shari De Castro, has promised to meet with various sporting associations and federations across the territory following the recent success of the women's volleyball team, which placed second in the ECVA Eastern Caribbean Volleyball Championship. But De Castro made a commitment in response to a question posed by the media on what the government is doing to assist the sport of volleyball in the territory.
I can commit, and we can commit, to ensuring that we meet with the various associations and federations to see what support can be given. It is clear and it's evident and it's understandable that the support is required in order to continue to build on what you're doing. And so we can commit to ensuring that that level of discussion and discourse takes place, and subsequently the requisite commitments financially to be able to assist you. So I say that within the next few weeks, we'll make sure that we provide the requisite time to meet with the Volleyball Association and others as well to see how we could support you in that way.
Well, the minister also revealed that there has been a growing interest in volleyball at the primary level, a development that, once managed properly, will assist with strengthening the sport in the BVI.
I can say that my education officer for science and physical ed met with the primary school PE teachers, and one of their main focus that they came forward to me with was volleyball. We had a donor come forward who actually purchased volleyball nets, and they should be in the territory shortly if they aren't as yet. And we already put aside the funding necessary to put all the other things in place along with the nets to be able to ensure that every primary school has the nets and the stuff to play volleyball.
Well, moving on, viewers, where the British Virgin Islands needs to negotiate a better relationship with the United Kingdom government. Well, this is a position shared by the former Deputy Premier Dr. Kedrick Pickering, who urged the population to get behind the elected officials in their fight to prevent the territory's constitution from being suspended.
We cannot continue the relationship that we have with the United Kingdom the way it is. I'm not here to tell anybody about independence. I'm not here to tell anybody the BVI need to go independence, far from it. But we need to change the status of our relationship with the United Kingdom. Of course, we need greater self-government. But I've attended any number of United Nations meetings on this whole constitutional process as it affects the overseas countries and territories. And we have the ability here in the BVI, we have enough educated people in this country to be able to sit and negotiate with the United Kingdom government a way forward that suits us, not that suits other people, not that has been done necessarily elsewhere, but find the best of all that has been done and then negotiate our way forward. We don't necessarily have to follow any model that has been established.
While pointing to a prime example, Dr. Pickering highlighted the relationship between New Zealand and its overseas territory, Tukula. Well, he said the overseas territory negotiated a relationship with their motherland that has been beneficial for both countries.
The United Nations have demonstrated a way in which they have said there's a country in the Pacific region. It is a dependent of New Zealand. It's called Tuvalu, for those of you who are willing to go and read. They said that it is a good example of how the nations, the overseas countries in the world today can negotiate a better relationship with their administrating power. That's the terminology that they use. Tuvalu has a special relationship with New Zealand, and New Zealand takes care of such things as their defense and external affairs where necessary. But Tuvalu, the country, has negotiated that relationship with New Zealand, and it works for them. So we should be able to be mature enough to be able to negotiate a relationship with the United Kingdom that suits our needs.
Well, Dr. Pickering, who has announced his candidacy for the upcoming general elections, also warned the BVI public that if the territory's constitution is suspended, it will occur when the majority of the country is asleep.
If the United Kingdom government suspends our constitution, it is going to happen when we are asleep. Some people misinterpret that to mean that they're doing something nefarious or they're doing something under the cover. No, they're not going to be doing anything in cover. 9 o'clock in United Kingdom is 4 a.m. here. The working day will start at 9 a.m. Anything, decision that they make, it will come to be presented when the work day starts. We will be fast asleep. And when we wake up, we will then hear the news. It will come to us that our constitution have been suspended. So I'm not trying to suggest that they are going to be doing something underhanded. They're not going to be doing anything underhanded. The United Kingdom have the power to suspend our constitution. I was a member of the Constitutional Commission in 2007 that gave us a new constitution that we have. So I understand the process as well as anybody else.
The territory at large candidate further warned residents not to allow the BVI to get to that stage, as it will have some detrimental consequences that will affect the entire population of the territory.
So I'm warning us as a people that we should not fall asleep for that to happen, because when it happens, there's precious little we can do. We can get up and make noise, but Turks and Caicos had their constitution suspended for years. A number of people have been charged in Turks and Caicos Islands, and their cases still have not been brought before the courts. So what is happening to our country right now? All of us need to be mindful. Do not think that it is happening to some other people. If this country goes any further down, all of us are going to suffer. It is not going to happen to one or two. That is a mistake that we are making in this country. We need to get behind our elected officials and support in whatever way we can to ensure that the things that they have signed on to, that we try our best to ensure that we hold our end of the bargain.
Well, up next, viewers, local legislators not at fault for delays with cannabis laws, says FRASER. And 2022 marks 69 years of Arbor Day celebrations in the Virgin Islands. Well, these and more stories after a word from our sponsors.
Introducing a show poised to help guide modern-day men into 21st century distinguished gentlemen. It doesn't always involve suits and bow ties, but raw, real-life lessons. I'm taking you outside in the field to share the journey of some of the BVI's the best and brightest men. From East End to West End, Virgin Gorda to Jos Van Dyke, not forgetting ANEGADA. Our Virgin Islands gentlemen are doing the damn thing. We are the movers and shakers of this generation. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman. Season 4 by yours truly, Ron Grant. Raising a generation of greatness. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on 284 Media.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting. For people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back, viewers. Well, during a recent community meeting, Leader of the Opposition, Honorable Julian FRASER, addressed expressions of concerns surrounding legislators dragging their feet with seeing through the Cannabis Licensing Act. Well, FRASER sought to remind members of the public that the House of Assembly is not at direct fault for the hold-up with the legislation.
The legislation for cannabis is something that has to be assented to by the governor, as all legislation has to be assented to. And if the governor, if it's not in keeping with the United Kingdom norms, which you would have seen something like that happen in Bermuda, I think it is, that they failed to assent to their bill, we can't have it. So it's not a matter of your local legislators dragging their feet on matters like that. I think that, Honorable Smith, that bill was passed by us, wasn't it? It's not assented to yet.
Well, the landmark legislation, which could open the doors for a medical cannabis industry in the British Virgin Islands, has been awaiting assent for over 2 years after being passed through the House of Assembly with a unanimous vote in June 2020. Well, at the time, the then Governor, Augustus Jasper, said that he did not assent to the bill because of various concerns with the contents of the legislation. Well, since then, very little developments have unfolded outside of Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley, indicating that talks on the act have taken somewhat of a backseat while the government handles its newfound responsibilities in the fallout, which followed the arrest of former Premier Andrew Foy and the release of the Commission of Inquiry report. Well, notwithstanding the unprecedented circumstances facing the territory's political landscape, FRASER noted that, given what unfolded in Bermuda, British overseas territories and their legislators are restrained in making decisions that oppose the ideals of the Crown.
One of the things you have to keep in mind, and some people got upset when I tell them this. I wouldn't say exactly the way I said it the last time I said it, but these Virgin Islands are a colony of the United Kingdom. And I know better than most people because where we sit, we get a chance to see it up front. And unless we tell you that it took place, you wouldn't understand.
Well, moving on, viewers, where this November marks 69 years of Arbor Day celebrations in the Virgin Islands. Well, the first Arbor Day celebration was held in 1953 when J.R. O'Neill was delegated to provide trees to plant on the occasion of the Queen's coronation around the old recreation grounds. But this idea blossomed into an annual event led by the National Parks Trust of the Virgin Islands. Well, this year, the National Parks Trust of the Virgin Islands will be partnering with Unite BVI to bring a host of activities to the general public. Well, National Parks Trust of the Virgin Islands Director Dr. Cassandra Titley O'Neill stated, and I quote, "Well, the origins of Arbor Day dates all the way back to 1872, as it was a day created to celebrate the planting, upkeep, and preservation of trees. Well, trees and other plants play a key role in the buffering temperatures to mitigate against the effects of climate change. Well, the establishment of our national parks here in the BVI ensures that the Trust is doing its part to preserve and manage natural areas in order to improve the quality of life in the British Virgin Islands. As the director, I would like to thank Unite BVI for their continued support over the last 3 years, inclusive of this year's Arbor Day activities," end quote. Well, Executive Director of Unite BVI, Dr. L. Sauder Smith, stated, and I quote, "Unite BVI is proud to support the Arbor Day activities of the Trust and all of their efforts to preserve and conserve the natural beauty of the Virgin Islands," end quote. Well, Arbor Day activities include a poetry competition on the topic of role of trees in climate change resilience, with categories ranging from adult, 13 to 16 years, 9 to 12 years, and 5 to 8 years. The deadline for entries is November 18th, with the winners to be announced on Arbor Day, which is November 25th. The school and community plantings will occur from November 21st to 30th, and a plant sale and community free tree giveaways at the J.R. O'Neill Botanic Gardens from November 21st to 25th. Persons interested in participating in the poetry competition are asked to create an original poem which highlights the role of trees in climate change resilience. Well, let's viewers, the Caribbean's largest gastronomical adventure is back. The ANEGADA Lobster Festival celebrates its 10th year. We get to that story when 284 News returns.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
You value traditions. Today, you value music. You value education. Family. I love you. Service.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Love. Life. At Popular, we're committed to you and everything our community values. For the things you value the most, count on us. Popular.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you, know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out that trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Hello?
Wait, you had a lunch and care? You say you were sick? What happened to our wedding rehearsal?
No, babe. I'm actually watching the news right now. Take a listen.
Topping our newscast today, UFOs seen around Tortola Pier Park.
And District 3 residents outraged over no water supply. They simply cannot bathe. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
All right, babe, just get some rest, take 2 Advil, and I'll see you later.
Bye.
Okay, honey. I see you later. I love you.
It's clear to see that Coconut Lounge is a place to be, the coolest cocktail lounge in the British Virgin Islands. A lounge like no other, with welcoming, professional service, and a breathtaking ambiance. Not forgetting a diverse selection of wines, beers, and signature cocktails. Cozy, comfortable, contemporary. Coconut Lounge at Tortola Pier Park. Visit us today.
Welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Well, lobster season is here, and the delicious aroma fills the air. It is a decade of decadent celebrations as the BVI Tourist Board and Film Commission celebrates the 10th year of the ANEGADA Lobster Festival. Well, from November 25th to 27th, this festival will welcome foodies from around the world to ANEGADA to celebrate the shared love of food, music, and fun. Well, recently, our Ron Grant sat down with Johan C. Smith of the BVI Tourist Board Film Commission Office, who happens to be one of the featured artists appearing on the Dine With Me music video. Take a look.
So there's activities every night. I see there's like a village type setup. Then this year, I know we also added the water sports kind of vibe, like the water slides, that family oriented kind of experience this year.
Awesome. Of course, we know there's also going to be a scavenger hunt type event. So we look forward to encouraging persons to come out and support and encourage them to have a beautiful time. There's going to be all different arrays of lobster dishes, of course, celebrating the 10th year anniversary of the ANEGADA Lobster Fest.
Well, Smith spoke about the process and preparation that led to the success of the video.
I was starstruck out the gate, trying to work with her, trying to sit down, rewrite the lyrics, go in, record. But she made me feel comfortable. She made me feel at home. She is just amazing to work with. She matched my levels, I matched hers. And of course, Brent, Homegrown Studios, and Jugu did a remarkable job mastering and mixing the entire project.
Wonderful. Now, not only did you get an opportunity to work with other fellow creatives within the music industry, but the dine-in video. Can you tell us a little bit about where it was shot and the time that it took to complete the video?
So we had a long day on ANEGADA. So we caught the ferry at 6:45. We went, even on the ferry, we were taking shots. Getting on the ferry, we were taking shots. When we got off the ferry, we took shots straight until the evening time.
Well, he also took the time to highlight the various artists and creatives that played a role in the making of the video.
Coming back over to Tortola on ANEGADA, we had so many stops to do in that one day span. So we visited all the participating restaurants, which there's 10 of them. And then we did some activities like driving the mini mokes, going over to Conch Island, horseback riding, you know, a whole lot of things to fit into one day.
Incredible. Now, as mentioned, the Lobster Fest is now in its 10th year anniversary. Remind us of the dates, and of course, you mentioned all the restaurants. Tell us about the Lobster Fest experience this year.
Okay, so this year, the celebration starts on the 25th of November and it goes to the 27th.
Well, Smith then took the time to officially introduce the music video to the public.
Hey there, beautiful. Who, me? Of course. Ain't nobody in the world as beautiful as you eating that lobster. May I sit and dine with you?
Well, that depends.
Depends on what?
Can you handle it?
I'm not sure. It does look very tasty.
It is, and there's so much more.
Will you share with me?
Nah, you gotta come and you got a Lobster Fest for that.
But let me grab my seat. I'll be comfortable right here. ANEGADA for a party. Got a call from my lady. So I'm thinking to tell her I too am a lobster lover. So I went to approach her. She was lost in the lobster. Put my hand on her body. She started to say so sweetly,
boy, don't disturb my motion. This one fresh from the ocean. The way it's seasoned so sweetly. Boy, you're driving me crazy.
Is it tasty by nature? Building up on my pressure.
Boy, the way that you move it looked like maybe you wanted.
If you could dine, girl, dine with me. Dine, dine with me.
Yes, if you could dine, come dine with me. Dine, dine with me. How you feeling, my baby? Told you it would be tasty. All of this air commotion for the lovely crustacean.
Only in ANEGADA, it's the best you will ever. It's a fun time together. Wanted to last forever. Taking in all the scenery. Lobster Fest one and only. So we'll explore the island. Horseback riding, then Conch Island. Find a nice little corner. It was time for more lobster. On my face and all over. Then you said we'll take this further.
Boy, the way that you ate it, we can tell that you love it. We always serve you with pleasure. We can wait till November.
I've been waiting forever. It was truly a pleasure.
Oh, by the way that you move it, I see you got what you wanted.
If you could dine, girl, dine with me. Dine, dine with me.
Yes, if you could dine, come dine with me. Dine, dine with me. How you feeling, my baby? Told you it would be tasty. All of this air commotion for the lovely crustacean.
Only in ANEGADA, it's the best you will ever. It's a fun time together. Wanted to last forever.
Dine, dine,
dine with me.
Dine, dine,
dine with me.
Dine, dine.
ANEGADA Lobster Festival, the Caribbean's best crustacean celebration.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, the official premiere of Dine With Me. Of course, ANEGADA Lobster Fest 2022 being commemorated its 10th year anniversary. That video not only showcasing the talent that is our artist and production personnel, but the beauty that is ANEGADA, of course, which we will all get to experience in the upcoming ANEGADA Lobster Fest.
Well, viewers, the ANEGADA Lobster Festival is a welcoming event that caters to food palates. Well, each restaurant will feature food for all dietary preferences, in addition to entertainment by live bands and popular DJs. Well, the participating restaurants are ANEGADA Reef Hotel, Big Bamboo, Correct, Flash of Beauty, Lobster Trap, Pink Flamingo, Potter's by the Sea, Sid's, Pomado Point, Tipsy, and the Wonky Dog. Persons attending the event are encouraged to download the Flatbook, where this digital guide contains all you need to know about the event, including menus of participating restaurants, ferry schedules, an island map, emergency contacts, and fun activities. For the full interview, visit all 284 media platforms. Well, that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Bye-bye.
Yo, everything good, Dad? Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you, you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Freeze. Choose your mix. Choose your flavor.
Introducing a show poised to help guide modern-day men into 21st century distinguished gentlemen. It doesn't always involve suits and bow ties, but raw, real-life lessons. I'm taking you outside in the field to share the journey of some of the BVI's the best and brightest men. From East End to West End, Virgin Gorda to Jos Van Dyke, not forgetting ANEGADA. Our Virgin Islands gentlemen are doing the damn thing. We are the movers and shakers of this generation. The art of a distinguished gentleman. Season 4 by yours truly, Ron Grant. Raising a generation of greatness. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on 284 Media.
That line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of it. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, Sonny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut fun topic.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man, to take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?